Alright everybody, welcome back to No Review Playthrough with Ryan and Danny. Today we are playing some Mansions of Madness. And we're playing one of the expansions from Path of the Serpent, the first scenario. It's been a long time since we've played it, and the nice thing is the app will still randomize some stuff, not that we remember much anyways.
Nah.
But we'll get some randomization as we go today. So I am playing as William. And Danny is playing as Preston. And so we already set up the initial thing. We went through the story. We were invited to a swanky party, and the jungle sprouted around the mansion. And so now we got to figure out what's going on. This dude is asleep. We've got to wake him up, figure out what's going on. There's some rubble everywhere, and there's some things we can do. So the items we were started out with, I have the summoning spell. So I can move a monster or investigator to your space. And then I can flip that so I can pull either the monster or Danny towards me if I need to. I also have the fire extinguisher and the pith helmet. So I can change once per round. I ignore rubble, so I can go around it. Did you say there was a restriction with rubble?
I don't remember what you said.
Oh, there we couldn't search or explore or interact with rubble, so I can ignore that.
Okay.
Because I've got a helmet on to protect me, I guess. Alright, but we definitely probably want to clear it out. I thought there was maybe a movement barrier. And then we gave you what?
So I've got the 45 automatic, the King James Bible. So you are another investigator within range, may discard one face-down horror.
Okay, once per round?
Yes.
Okay, that could be very good. Alright, so we've got our 3 actions. Let's go ahead and start. We've got our app going here. So, Danny, why don't you wake up that guy and see what's going on?
Okay. He lies motionless on the ground.
Marshall.
Shake Marshall in an attempt to stir him from his fainting spell. Agility 4.
Need agility to be able to shake him awake, apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
To be able to bend down to get down.
Yeah, true. Wow, that's horrible.
Isn't that bad?
I think it's going to take more than one to wake him up, though.
I'll use one of my clues to...
Okay, she's going to use a clue to give 2 successes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Marshall blinks to clear his vision. This cannot be true. Eula and Clinton were insistent something like this would happen. Ever since they brought me those figurines, they kept talking about some nonsense about the temple infecting them. I'll just say I'm glad I didn't go into the temple. They all came out horrendously sick. It started with Vita Whitsley. Everyone had started to get better when we left the jungle, but now the jungle is here. Eula, our researcher, threw the biggest fit when she found out that I was bringing the figurines back. I thought it was just her illness talking. She went on and on about how the figurines were dampening the temple's connection to Yig, and that removing them from their specific order would bring destruction and havoc to anyone who interferes. Have you ever heard such nonsense? Then maybe she was right. Marshall looks back at the damaged remains of his home. Gain a clue. And the incriminating evidence.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to turn down the iPad volume just a little bit. Technically, with that rubble there, you weren't supposed to be able to do that. So, I have a heavy weapon, so I can go ahead and get rid of that for one of my actions. And then
You went first.
Yeah, so we'll just act like I went first. And then, is there anything left? Talk to the rest of the expedition team to figure out if you can stop the chaos. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, we'll just pretend that I went first, got rid of the rubble. Second action, I will move. It says when I move into a space, since I have the heavy weapon, I can automatically... Right, is that what we read? When an investigator with a heavy weapon moves into a space containing rubble, they must discard it. Okay. From anyone from that space. Okay, so I got rid of that. Last action, then I'll interact with this question or exclamation point. The stone statue casts long shadows against the garden. Inspect the statue. As you inspect the dais closer, you notice that the 4 spots where the figurines had originally been placed, the deep indents in the stone, or worn from age and time as though the figurines had sat undisturbed there for many years.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Good to know.
All right, yeah, it's good to know, I guess. Yep. All right, so I'm done. So you've got 2 more things you can do. So you can reveal this for free. So we might as well. All right, a raging river.
A rushing river flows over the roof and down the side of the manor, pooling into a slow river. The car is nowhere in sight. A wooden bridge crosses the water. The brick inlaid driveway has been shattered, and jungle flora has consumed the space. At least the river edge tile. This.
Oh, I did find it. I thought there's more than one river. Okay, so we're gonna place it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Area has been overrun by the jungle.
Okay, so overgrowth. All right, it's probably the same thing. Overgrowth. Would move out of that space. They must test observation. If the difficulty test is equal to the number of overgrowth tokens. If they pass, they move out of the space with no effect. If they fail, they drop a random item, then move out of the space. Investigator with a bladed weapon. Neither of us got a bladed weapon. Okay. When they move into the space, they must discard like the rubble, or as an action with a bladed weapon, they may discard. There, when fire is placed, it burns up the overgrowth, and it cannot be placed on fire. So it's a movement hindering one. So if we move out of it without passing basically a test of 1, but that still could go horrible. When they move out of the space. Okay. All right, so we've got that. Anything else? Okay, a stone boulder is intricately carved with large mural. An abandoned light has been left behind the bridge. Place the torch, common item, as indicated. So on the bridge. And then another site token up here. At the top, technically. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you've done one action. So we either have to decide to go out here as a group. Well, yeah. Or I don't think we want to split up. No, that's always been pretty bad for us. Except I can teleport you.
Oh.
Move a monster or investigator to your space. I could teleport you. Because this will definitely go into the house here.
Yeah.
This will probably just lead more. There's only this area here. I don't know how far that will go, though. Go ahead.
I think I might as well pick up the torch.
Okay, so action 2 is move. Pick up the torch. And then remember, you can split your 2 movements. Yes. So you only moved 1 space, so you could... Well, if you move out of there, you'd have to do... Well, you're eventually going to have to move out of there. So you do observation of 1.
I'm just gonna move this right back out. If I can.
Well, you know, if you've done this, you might as well keep going. What does your torch do? Can you use it to set that overgrowth on fire?
When an investigator drops this card, place fire in the space.
Okay, so you could drop it and torch it, but then that's not going to do a whole lot, yeah.
I guess I'll
So,
try.
use your observations. Okay, you got 1 success, so you're okay. All right. And that's it.
Yeah.
Because did 1 here, move for half of it, picked up, and then finished your movement.
Yes.
Okay, split the movement up. Okay, so we are done. So we'll end the investigation phase. Light and shadow create distracting patterns on the walls. The mythos effects investigate with the lowest observation. By a 4. Okay, so that's you.
You try to discern what made that worrisome shadow. Observation of 1. Okay. 2. If you pass, you identify it as a harmless, mundane object outside the window.
All right. Okay. So nothing happens to us. So it's back to us now. Why don't you go ahead and see what that statue is, or whatever, the boulder.
The boulder, yes. Carved mural on it. On closer inspection, you see that a part of the mural has been vandalized. You can make out a statue similar to the one in the garden, and whatever was set on the pedestal by its feet are depicted as glowing. Gain a clue and discard the search token.
Technically, this is the statue, or where they were all put.
That's it.
Okay, so there's that. So there's nothing else to investigate, so you might as well reveal the next tile. Let's see. Okay.
Deep abyss ravine. A deep abyss drops down into what should be the basement, and fallen log acts as a makeshift bridge. The ravine comes to a sharp end as a brick wall stands on its western edge. This ravine.
Okay, I think it's in that stack way over there by you. I think those are all the expansion long tiles. It's got a big log in it.
This way?
It doesn't, yeah, I don't think it really matters too much that way. Okay, and then we will put a question mark right on that tree stump. A machete is embedded in a wide tree stump. Its blade is beginning to rust.
Sweet.
On the opposite side of the bridge, a woman is perched on the edge of the ravine. She's holding a plant, studying it intensely. It's a red ring, Veda, and humming softly to herself. She seems unfazed that the jungle has erupted around her this evening. Place a person token. And then a site token at the very end. An ancient walking path has been almost completely reclaimed by the jungle. Okay. Alright, so she's there. Alright, so you've done one thing, and one thing only.
So there's a machete there?
Yeah, it's on this tree stump here.
Oh, there.
It's stuck into the tree stump. So if you get that, you could clear out all that overgrowth. So you got to see if you can move without dropping an item. Okay, she got one. So second action, third action, she's going to interact with the question mark.
The machine shows signs of use.
The machine?
Machete, sorry. The leather-wrapped handle is worn and stained different shades of brown. The blade itself is nicked in some places and rusty in others, a saw tool for the jungle. You attempt to pull the machete free. Strength.
Two's probably 2 successes, hopefully.
In an impressive show of strength, you pull the machete out, gain it.
Okay. All right. So what was that? Two interactions. You have 1 square of movement you could still do. Might as well move halfway across the log, yeah. Okay. All right, there's yours. You're done. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move 1, or should I move into the house? Wonder if this would loop around. No, the house is going to probably be. So I can see what that is. That is a small army of bright ants march along the vines, avoiding the brick and the door frame. That sounds very scary. The other one, a door leading into the manors wrapped in thick jungle vines. So they're probably going to have to break through. Maybe you have to cut through that. Okay, so I either follow you, which seems like now it's going to take my whole turn to follow you. I guess I'll go on my own. So movement, first action here. Second action is this. We'll explore. All right, the door swings open into the room. There has been some damage from the earthquake, but unlike the now sticky heat of the garden, the air in the room is delightfully cool. Place the ballroom tile and the explore token leading to it. Go ahead and, since I'm finding that, oh, there it is right there. Read off what's going to be in there.
Got a door swings open into the room. There's been some damage from the earthquake.
Yeah, I already read that. Go ahead and hit the next button.
A door.
Oh. Oh, I got to remove that since I moved in with my fire extinguisher.
There's rubble in all 4 corners.
Okay.
Gentle breeze flows in from the now open windows, rustling a small pile of papers. Paper on the pages of
Okay.
the book. Here.
So there's a book or some sort there.
And just who are you? A woman narrows her eyes at you as she slams her notebook shut. She's surrounded by stacks of books, notebooks, and loose pages covered in scribbles. Who's a person? Eula Dorman.
Okay, I did not get that. There's a whole bunch of versions of. I don't know if it really matters, except they are called out by name in certain parts of the story, though. Looks like she's got a green ring or a blue ring. Oh, I had her. Okay, so she is next to the piano. Okay. All right. And I need the lamp or whatever, the red one. Going out that door. A pile of detritus is blown there. And I may have moved 1 space, so. All right, I still have a movement because I only moved 1 so far. I've explored and I've done half my movement, so let's go ahead and do the next explore with a question mark for the papers. Stack of papers is here. The temple is in excellent condition for the many years it was left undisturbed. It is almost as though the jungle concealed and preserved the space. We expect the temple pays homage to an ancient serpent god. I am unsure as to why, but I feel compelled to share this place with the world and to return the temple to its original majesty. There's one bas relief that caught my attention more than others. It told the story of a man, a serpent beheaded at his feet, being transformed into a half-serpent, half-human hybrid by the snake god. Gain a clue and discard the token. A clue, a clue. All right. Okay, so half my movement. Searched or opened the door. Searched so I can move again. Oh, I get to remove the rubble. Don't see any reason to move here. Let's go ahead and move here to finish my second movement. I don't know if that's cheating quite or not, but that's okay. So do I got, so I can remove that. I'm just clearing up rubble. So do I have 1 more to talk to her?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Eula, what do you got to say? She watches you out of the corner of her eye while continuing to make notes in a small diary. She's surrounded by books, all opened. A small sheen of sweat has occurred at her brow. So I can ask her what is happening, or why are you so nervous?
Ask her what's happening.
Okay, what is happening? Marshall's hubris has doomed us all. He told me he put those figurines back. Do you know what's going to happen now that the jungle has come for those figurines? We have to stop them before the curse takes hold. He didn't remove them. Oh no, he had us do it for his dirty work for him. Every one of us that removed a figurine is succumbing to the curse. If we don't get those figurines back in an order, we'll all become servants of Yig. I warned him this would happen. Everyone thought I was crazy, but how? But now, I may be crazy. At least I'm all right. I seem to remember, didn't we have to pick specific spots? Wasn't there some weird puzzle thing last time?
I don't remember anything about this.
Okay. I should have known better than to take something out of that temple. Nothing ever good comes from handling strange artifacts. You hear what happened to those fools that disturbed that Pharaoh's tomb in Egypt? Gain a clue. All right, my turn is done. Now I can't remember. You haven't gone yet. Okay. All right.
Okay. So I guess I'll move
Half.
to here. Half. Talk to her. Vita sits on the edge of the ravine, examining the floor around her and humming softly to herself. Her song is broken up by a soft cough every now and again. Ask her, what are you doing, or look at her notes.
I think it's rude to just look at her notes, right?
Yeah. She looks at you from her work. I'm cataloging plants, of course. Even with this dastardly cold, I can't let this opportunity slip by. Are you unusually cold? I am. The warm air around you is stifling. I've been feeling off ever since we left the jungle. I wonder if that snake figurine I was holding had any strange bacteria on it. She let out a small, nervous laugh. Say, you haven't seen that snake figurine anywhere. Eula thinks we've all been cursed, and if we put the figurines away, we'll stop this curse. At least that's what she said when she ran off with them on the last night of our expedition. She said if we put them back, we would all feel better. That would be fascinating to see it happen. Give me a clue. Okay.
All right, so you've got half a movement. You've talked, so you might as well see the eyeball. Reveal the next part.
Thanks to small breaks in the canopy, the underbrush has grown wild in the spots of sunlight. I think it's,
most of these should be
the
overgrown path. Okay. All right, so now a winged, read it. I can see it's kind of.
A winged creature preens itself, a bright amber cooled figurine wrapped slightly tightly in its tail.
Okay.
Sight.
Ooh, that one's a sight.
Oh.
Flips over, yeah.
Circular fire pit can be seen through the thick growth of the jungle.
Door.
Hidden behind a massive tree trunk, you find a wall of the house and a door.
Okay. So the problem is we're not going to be able to do much fighting before it comes and attacks us, yeah. All right, so you've moved half yours. You've investigated, so you technically have the rest of your movement and 2 actions left.
I can move.
You could finish moving your 1 spot, and then you have a ranged weapon.
I do.
You have a ranged weapon, so you could attack.
Okay. Yes, I will.
What's it? 6 health.
Firearm.
So you're going to attack with a firearm, okay?
You fire reflexively at the sight of the beast, instinct taking action long before your mind has fully processed the terrible creature. Agility. 2.
Okay. So you needed to pass 2. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
If you pass, your instincts reward you. The monster suffers damage equal to your weapon's damage. 4.
Nice. Okay.
But I think that is my last action.
No, you had 2. We said you had 2. Because you moved 1, talked, you finished your movement here. So your second action was attacking, so you technically have 1 more.
Yes.
I guess we could use our action tokens from the card game.
Okay.
We always get lost in this one.
Mm-hmm. You move cautiously, careful not to make no noise or alert the creature to your intentions. Agility of 2 again. I'm gonna cheat.
Can you cheat? Is that what you said? Yeah, you gotta spend it, yeah.
Okay. If you pass, you sneak into a firing position and shoot the beast before it notices you. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage.
Okay. Alright, so it's done.
As you deliver the final hit, the creature lets out a horrifying shriek, crumpling to the ground. As it hits, a glittering figurine rolls out from its tail. Place the citrine snake unique item.
Nice. Okay. That's gotta be one of the statues. And then Marshall over here, you found the first figurine, he shouts from the garden. If they're really here to cut off Yig's connection to the temple, maybe you can use it to help save my team. Alright, so you are done, I'm done. Mythos. And the thing about the app is we could take as many actions if we wanted to cheat.
Yeah.
If it's too hard, you could always add an extra action if you wanted. It can't tell, so. A single beam of light breaks through the clouds but is quickly choked out, no effect.
Okay.
Vita stretches her neck from side to side, a forked tongue flickering out of her mouth at random intervals.
Is this her?
Yeah, that was her.
She's right next to me.
Yeah, she's right next to you. Alright, back to us. All right, let's see what I can do. Good old William in the house here. I have a feeling this is going to kind of connect, probably at least to here.
Yeah.
But I don't want to backtrack to there. So 1 movement, remove rubble. Okay, second action. Sorry, second action. A plaque by the door denotes this entrance to the office, but the model pattern has been carved over the image of a serpent. So we'll explore. All right, we need the shrine tile. The door swings open. It's got a big round, the door swings open with a loud creak. The solid oak and wrought iron desk has been splintered in 2 on either side of the stone shrine. Okay. It connects fully with this here. Question mark. Let's see. Actually, technically it's here. This one's a little bit thematic because they try and do stuff. That's clay pottery that has been attracted by a throng of bugs. Small piece of jade is visible between them. Question mark on the shrine. A weathered stone shrine has signs of recent offerings. The last wisp of harsh incense burn inside your nose. That's very recent then. Okay, lantern token. The wall is covering an aging yellowed red. Yellow wallpaper matching the wallpaper of the rest of the manor. The door's wood has been rotted away. Place and explore here. And so I get a free movement into the space. Okay, so 1 action to, or 1 to move, 1 to explore. I've got 1 left, so let's take a look at the shrine. Features of an ancient snake god are worn but still distinct in the stone. At the base of the stone, bits of black rock bone and the burning incense of broken pocket watch are arranged in a triangle. The ground around the shrine has been well maintained by someone. As you observe the last wisp of the incense, I mean, this is very recent then if it's still burning. Okay, there rise up. A large snake silently slithers over your foot, curling in the center of the triangle, as though it was what you had been summoned. Something gold glitters at your feet that was not there before. A reward for someone else's offering. Serpent bracelet is the common item. And discard the search token. Okay, so if I'll finish my movement, and I'm done, right? Because I moved, finished my movement, I explored, and I explored, so I'm done. One of the bottom ones?
Yeah.
Alright, the serpent bracelet. You may become poisoned to convert all hourglasses to success when resolving a test. That better be a good test.
Yeah.
Poison sucks. At the end of your turn, suffer 1 face down damage, then flip this card. I can't remember. Oh, something happens, yeah. Alright.
I think
Whatever your name is, I forgot. Vincent. Preston.
Preston. My turn.
Yeah. See, you probably loop around here. You could observe, so one movement, you might as well see what's here first. It's free.
It looks like the remains of an old camp are visible through the thick foliage. An investigator, okay. Reveal.
Who's camping outside their house?
Small clearing campsite.
Okay.
A small clearing sits in a small clearing sits in an abandoned campsite, almost entirely reclaimed by the jungle.
Okay, so what's there?
A stone statue is covered in moss. Even though it is slightly obscured, you can tell that it has the same intricate details. The barrel of a long forgotten firearm protrudes from the ground near the campfire. Carbon rifle.
Okay, while she's searching for that, I'll finish this out. Another search token here. So the rifle's there, yeah. So you can see some stone ruins. And then a lantern here. A polished door leads out of the jungle. So this will definitely match up here.
This is not a big area.
Okay. Alright, so that is it. So you moved. So you might as well finish this here. Because I could. And I'm sure we could backtrack through here.
The door looks as though it's aged many years, and you are unsure if the tarnished brass fixtures will work.
Okay, so you're technically this is your second to explore, your second action.
With a loud creak, the door swings open. While the rest of the manor has been taken over with a hot and humid presence, this room is refreshingly cold and airy. This is study.
Okay, study.
I think it's a small.
Is it a small one?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah. Alright, so we're looking for the study. I've probably passed it. Okay, here it is.
From where the statue has come up, broken floorboards and giant boulders make the room treacherous. Okay, it's just...
Rubble. Okay, that sucks for you. Okay.
Question mark. A gigantic stone jaguar is in the center of the room.
In the center of the room.
Center, sorry.
Jeez.
On it are 4 concentric circles with strange symbols carved into them.
Puzzle, maybe. Okay.
Thick ancient tome is on the desk.
Yeah, this will all connect together. It's a pretty small map.
Doors covered in vines.
Of course it is.
I can move in.
Alright, so you've used half your movement. You've done 1 explore. So you've got 1 action left and a movement.
Okay.
So see about the jaguar.
Yeah. The rock is covered in strange engravings. Looking at the top, you see concentric circles that seem to twist.
Concentric,
whatever. Perhaps the symbols line up in a particular order. Yeah, it's a puzzle.
Yeah. Okay, so
is this the one?
so these puzzles you're supposed to use what was it? 1 action
or 1 action?
Or no, whatever your
1 action for 4
So
minutes.
your skill, it was whatever your skill was you got to use. So it was 1 action, and I think you got 3 tries. It's stupid.
Yeah, so we're not doing it.
So we just because you would waste the whole entire game with some of these puzzles. So we just do it until it's completed and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
All right. So you have to line up.
Oh.
It's been a while.
Oh. Okay.
So you have to line up all the colors. So you choose a ring and then spin it.
Okay.
So technically that would have been our whole turn right there. Because we used 4 moves. So this is obviously, the greens are the most. I think we need to line up some of the other colors first.
Yes.
Does this not move?
No, the middle one does.
Okay, so that definitely says, then we definitely have to line up the purples this way. There's 2 purples, that's weird. Okay. So we've got to line up everything. So let's see the middle. This one doesn't have red on it.
That's why there's blanks.
Oh, there's a red. But there's a red. Oh, so this one's got to be a blank. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I guess. That's always confusing.
Okay. All right.
You hear the sound of stone grinding against stone. At the base of the cylinder, a small alcove has appeared, and inside sits a black figurine, gain the obsidian jaguar.
Okay, well, she's doing that. And remove the search token. So you still have 1 movement left, though.
I have
So
to
you have
do
to
something with
obs-
roll, though.
Observation. Right? No.
Yes.
No, that was the no. Rubble as an action, you may. Oh, technically, you weren't supposed to do that. The rubble meant you couldn't search. That's right.
Oh.
So you needed to spend an action to remove the rubble. If you had done that, would you have ended your explore action? Would that have been?
I think I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Okay, so you were here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did this for free. You opened this for one action. You got to move in for free. So you have an action left technically. So you need to test your strength. You just need a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. I think you had one action to do that, but now you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. Okay. Because you didn't have to move, right?
No. I didn't have to move.
You're right here?
Yeah.
So explore, search, remove the rubble, of course, first, and then you did the jaguar.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did mine?
Yes.
Okay. It takes sometimes so long on turns we forget since we change who goes in order sometimes. The low growl is the only warning of the wild dog's approach. This mythos affects the investigators within an outdoor space. That's me. All right. The mongrel is on you before you even see it. Its slavering jaws clamp around your leg. Then the arm you raise to protect yourself. One good kick sends away yelping, but your injuries remain. Suffer 2 damage. So strength plus 1 will negate. So 3, 4, so 5 dice. I need 2 to take no damage. I did have my shovel. Okay, so I have 3 successes, so I negate all the damage. Okay. All right, so all over.
You go first.
I'll
remember that.
Okay. All right, so I'm here. Let's take a look at the question mark, which was insects. Oh, that's right. They're in a pottery. You muster up your courage and take a breath to steady yourself for attempting to grab the jade. So my brain willpower is 4. Pretty good. Two, I might as well add a clue to turn it to 3, just in case. Don't want to have to do these more than once if you don't have to. You managed, I thought I was going to say you massage. You managed to maintain a calm and cool demeanor as you reach into the jar. You wrap your fingers around the cool jade piece and pull it out without disturbing the swarm. Gain the jade crocodile.
Sweet.
All right, so first action, like Indiana Jones, bugs don't bother me. All right.
Cute.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so this is just, this won't help me out anything. All right, second action, let's open this door. Probably going to go outside. Brass handles lead to the next
area.
Okay, so we'll explore second action. All right, I need something with chairs in it. Hall 2. Hall corner. Okay. So we're just lining it up here. Okay. That's going to go away. All right, what else we got in here now? Overgrowth, which is bad for me. Okay. And a locked display case is full of ancient weapons. Marshall has
I
accrued.
think there's a wall.
Yeah, there is a door. Something. Search token. Eyeball here. I'm sure there's going to be a big tile to fill that out. Oh, this was just, okay, we're supposed to put a wall to indicate that you can't move through there. Yeah. Okay. All right. A polished door leads out of the hallway. Blinds jutting out at all angles from around the frame. You hear muffled screams coming from the other side. Oh, well. I may move 1 space. Okay. I did not move, so I explored the pottery, opened the door for 2. I moved in here for free. So I technically have 1 more left. But the tanglements, the overgrowth, is if I move out. So, do I try and remove it?
I think you have to do a
It is a bladed weapon.
Or you do a test.
Okay, so I can't remove it. Okay. I can't even try and... With the rubble, you could clean it up with strength, but the overgrowth, I can't unless I have a bladed weapon. I can't do an action to even... Okay, so I might as well, for free, I'm sure it'll take both of those. Probably take both of those, I'm sure.
Wasn't this the lounge? You could have sworn it was when you walked through... You could have sworn it was when you walked through it earlier. Squinting, you think you can make out the shape of an old couch in the corner. Place the ruined hut.
Ruined hut?
Mm-hmm. And then I remove.
Those doors automatically open?
Yes.
What's the ruined hut look like? A bunch of rocks?
I think...
Cracked chamber. Temple stairs. Pit. Oh, I guess, yeah, I missed it. 4, somehow. Okay. Overgrowth.
Just those two corners.
Yeah, technically this is Ruined Hut. This is Jungle Ruins 3. So I think the yellow line meant we couldn't pass it, I believe. Okay, a strange creature hovers in midair, a sinuous body covered with feathers and sharp fangs. Feathered serpent. In this space, we've actually, kind of surprising, had very few monsters. Alright, a man cowls behind a cylindrical rock place, Merle. He's green.
That's a child.
Yeah, I believe the yellow line means we cannot cross that. Yeah. So you could gain him from there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's worth getting this rifle though, to be honest. Going all the way, well, it wouldn't be too much around. All right, we'll see. All right, Merle's there, and that's it. Okay.
There you go.
So this is technically.
You can see through that.
I can see through that, but there's no wall.
Ranged.
I don't have any ranged. I could summon it to my space, but the problem is I have no actions left.
Oh.
So I can move in there. Or no. I did this. I have one action left. So if I move in there, that's going to be wasted. I can't attack it.
I think I still have my turn left, so I think you should just read it out.
Well, it's going to come to me no matter what, I'm sure. So there's no sense wasting an action there. So what I'm going to do, what was this? Let me see what that was again. A locked case filled with ancient weapons. So that's probably not a necessity, but it's going to attack me. Yeah, I'll use my last action to move here.
Okay.
Oh, so I have to do an observation of 4 or more. Well, 4, and then I have to pass a 1 to leave overgrowth. Okay. So I pass through the overgrowth space safely. I might need a weapon that might help me, even though I know it's going to come. All right, so I've gone. It's your turn.
Right here. I'm gonna move that space.
Okay, so first action and second action.
The tome. You open the book and see it filled with different incantations. I guess read it, obviously. You flip to a page and read the first incantation. You are overwhelmed by the power. Gain the rack spell and suffer 1 horror.
Okay, we've had almost no.
Oh, this is good. I like this one.
Yeah, that one's a pretty good one. Okay. All right, and then let's discard that. So you've done 2 actions, 1 movement. Oh, you technically can't do that. You got to remove the rubble.
Is it strength?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So remove the rubble, then investigate. So you got 1 more. You could move your second movement into there, but you'd be done. All right. Go ahead and see now what happens. Mythos phase.
Whispered voices drift down the halls. Their chanting becomes louder and louder. William covers his ears and starts banging his head against the wall to get the voices out. William suffers 1 face-down damage and 1 horror. Negates.
Oh, okay. Alright, so willpower. So, do you think that negates both of them? Usually willpower negates horror.
I think it would be both.
Alright, willpower.
I mean, it's only 2.
Yeah. We've suffered none so far. Woo!
Nice.
Got 3, so. Alright, doesn't affect me. I'm too willed. Alright.
And attacks.
Moves 3.
To the nearest.
Yeah. Within range. That's me. 1, 2. Yeah, moves 2 and attacks. Alright, the monster attacks. Feathered serpent rears up. Its beady eyes look into yours as it sways gently to and fro. Willpower. If you pass, you maintain the gaze. If you fail, you flinch away, and the snake, sensing weakness, throws its body at yours. Take a damage. Alright, so I got 1 and a blank, so I cannot even change that, so I will take a damage. Alright, yeah, we've been pretty lucky so far. Okay, continue. Alright, and then we don't do horror checks in this game because that's, again, basically a second attack they get, which is completely unfair.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take care of this then. So I'm going to beat it to death with my fire extinguisher. So I'm going to attack it with the fire extinguisher. Is considered a heavy weapon. You wait for the creature to strike, ready to return the blow at the same moment. I need an agility test of 1. Which I pass. If you pass, the creature's neck creates an opening and you swing your weapon with all your might. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage. So 2 hits, that's not very much.
It's got 6.
Okay, if I hit, I've got to basically succeed 3 times in a row. All 3 of my... Alright, so attack again. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Alright, so you swing your weapon toward the beast again with one hand, counterbalancing your swing with your other arm. So it's going to take me 2 this time. I just want to see, plus the test result. We always look at that.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I'm not even going to pass. So I'm not even going to waste that.
Yeah.
If you fail, the monster bats the weapon out of your hand and drop your weapon. Great. All right.
Seems like once we get the chance, you might want one of my.
Yeah. Okay. So the only option I have is I can attack it again
With your bare hands.
So
you
summoning.
Can't attack unarmed.
Yeah, I can attack unarmed. Yes, that's the only option I have, which will probably do almost nothing. But last action, you dodge behind the creature, hoping a strike from behind will prove more effective than a frontal attack. Agility 2. Let's see. If you pass, your theory proves that you strike because the creature lurch and wheel suffers damage. Your test result +1.
You could get it.
So I
You
could.
get all 3.
All right, let's do spend 2 to turn 2 into successes. So that's 3 damage. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that was all of mine.
I think that's it. Oh no, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So I guess.
Talk to the man.
What's his name?
Merle.
Merle cowers in fear. He looks very weak and keeps coughing intermittently. Are you all right, or have you seen the others? Guess I'll ask him if he's good.
All right.
I've had this hell of a cough ever since we left that temple. Man, and what a temple it was. We didn't find it until the last few days. The jungle was so thick, and we just happened to stumble upon it. It was magnificent. I haven't seen any other jungle like it. He looks off in the distance, reminiscing about the adventure.
Okay, that's great. All right, so that was your first action.
I can actually move through this?
This is a wall here, but this is an open door here, so you can either backtrack and catch up with me here, or you can...
So I can't move through that? I guess it's only a... a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. Well, why is the yellow line here though? I know the dotted line flyers, I think, can go through. Let's just see. Let's see, maybe not movements, probably tile.
I have another loop by me.
That's the learn how to play. We want to see. Oh, look, it's probably in that one because it's probably showing you different types of tiles. Impassable borders are space edges represented by dashed white or yellow lines. Investigators and monsters cannot move through impassable borders unless an effect especially allows it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yellow separate, so yeah, you're cut off from there.
I guess you don't have to deal with that on your own.
Yeah.
Could go back.
So you've got 2 more actions, which would move you a good 4 spaces.
I seem to be getting all the weapons.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all the actions. Okay. All right.
Without watching where you are going, you stumble upon a sheer cliff. Okay. This mythos event affects the investigator in an outdoor space with the lowest.
All right. You're outside, so that's the only one then.
Okay. You step off the edge and struggle to keep from falling. Okay. Agility. Even though it was an observation. 3. Okay. If you pass, you realize the drop is no more than a foot and hop down.
Yeah.
Morrell scratches at his neck. Skin starts to peel away, revealing iridescent green scales.
Great.
What strange magic is this?
Yeah, I seem to remember everybody turned into.
Make an attack.
Okay. Oh, this is okay. So a new one didn't appear. Okay. Monster attacks. You see something fly past out of the corner of your eye. Observation 2. I've got a full. Wow, I keep seeming to do all my tests are pretty high. If you pass, you sidestep the serpent. Once per round, you may convert, but if I'm in an outdoor space, which I'm not, so I need to spend that. Well, let's see how bad is it. Suffer 2 face down and come poisoned. Yeah, I don't want to do that. All right, so I pass. All right, horror check, which we skip. All right, so. Can't remember. Can I? Yeah, into the mythos. Yeah. Can I pick up an item with a monster in my space?
I don't think you can do much of anything.
I don't think I can do anything. Yeah.
Unless you evade it before.
Yeah. Okay.
It only has 1 damage left.
Yeah, it's got 1 damage left, so I'm going to attack it with my hands again. Attack unarmed. As the creature lunges, snarling and snapping towards you, you nimbly dance out of the way, luring it closer and closer. Agility +1. So I get 4 dice equal to my test result. So I just need a success. I cannot change anything. Got 1. All right, so the monster's dead. You can go ahead and attack that. Take it up. Okay, second action, pick this back up. Third action, let's see what the weapons are now.
No.
Did it say a locked cabinet?
I think so.
Okay, one of the weapons catches your eye, and the lock looks as though it'd be easy to pick. You'd think that this would be incredible, powerful weapons would be kept under better bolt. Try to puzzle using agility, which doesn't matter. Let's see.
Oh, this one's easy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've seen that one before. All right.
Those ones are easy.
You hear a soft click and the door springs open, catching a glint in the low light. You reach up and take the magnificent weapon, game the time-worn brand. It's big green. Here, I'll do. Well, you're almost through. Because my turn's done. Okay, so. Alright, basically a big stick. The bladed weapon for 4 damage.
Sweet.
Okay, alright.
I think we keep forgetting that unless it specifically says face down, then it's always face up when we get stuff.
It's always face down.
Or, well, usually it says gain 1 horror or gain 1 face down horror. I think
It's face down. I'm pretty sure, we've done this before, I'm pretty sure it's face down unless it says differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead, it's your turn. I'll just double check.
So... I don't think I actually really need to pick this up because I got money. So I'm gonna move.
Well, it does 5 damage though.
I have
you have 4.
My
you have a
rack
4.
does 5.
Oh no! All damage and horror claimed face up, unless it says otherwise. You're right.
I think they missed that a couple times.
Well, we've only had it twice. I can't remember.
I think mine was face up. So.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just minor shock.
Only a flesh wound. No additional fit this face down. Okay, that's right. It's yeah. Turn sideways, so we know if we have to flip it up, we flip those up.
Okay. So,
yeah, that's right. We get them face up unless it says differently. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'm gonna think this
so yeah. All right. So 1 action to move.
1 to split. The statue is shrouded in moss. You brush aside the moss and detritus, exposing the delicate carving underneath. The scales along the lower half of the creature have been ornately carved and inlaid with gold. Your eyes travel up the body, and the gilded scales transition into the torso of a man. His face, contorted in agony, clutched tightly in the man's hand, is an incredible stone replica of the 4 figurines you saw in the garden. Gain a clue and discard search token.
So how many statues do we have? Do you have 2?
I have 2.
I've got 3. Or I've got a 3rd one. I've got the jade crocodile. So that wasn't an item,
I think it was just a statue of some guy holding it.
Okay. Alright, so you've moved. So yeah, go ahead and open this door up.
Muffled screams on the other side are sounding more and more desperate. This is here, bedroom 2.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay, yeah. A dim light shines near the door, casting grim shadows in the middle of the room. There's bedroom 2 and a door.
Okay.
Something there.
Yeah. Okay.
The air is heavy and the room is covered in vines.
Okay, well I now have a bladed weapon, so I can just move through and chop that all up.
Okay. A man struggles against the vines that have wrapped around him. Plays a person. This is Clinton Freeman.
Okay. It's got a gold or a bronze. You get to move into that space. I don't remember having this many people.
I don't matter.
All of them but the last one.
Oh, here he is.
Okay. Alright, just leave them
Yeah.
there. I don't think the map's going to get any bigger today. Alright, so...
I think I'm done. Because I moved.
You explored. No, you got...
Alright. I searched the statue.
You searched the statue,
moved,
yeah.
and then explored it.
You have one more move, but you don't want to move
away from
him, yeah. Okay, alright, we're done. So the Mythos phase. What do we got? The lights dim and flicker, then the walls begin to glow. The wallpaper catches fire. Place fire in Preston Fairmont's space. Well, that's a good thing.
This is me.
Yeah, that's you. Okay, so the
At least
overgrowth
it's
that's
that brings up.
toast. Okay. I have a fire extinguisher, so it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already
All
had
right.
a torch on me. So
Yeah.
I guess it's my
Just gonna
fault.
make it bigger. All right, so 1, 2. Action. So 2 actions. Put out the fire. Okay.
Want to use your last to tell?
And then the last will talk to him. Yeah. You see vines constricting his body, squeezing what little life he has left out of him. So let's free
Why
him
could
as an
the
action.
fire get rid of his vines?
You must save him. That's what he's
Mhm.
tapped to attempt the puzzle. Okay, it's one of these slide puzzles. We gotta complete the picture. Do they move? Okay, they swap. Okay.
That goes on here. Actually, I think these are on the bottom.
Could be. There's nowhere else for it to go. And then that looks like a tree trunk going up, right? Here in the middle. Is this the other side of the tree? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. That looks... I think this is going to go there. Yeah, that goes there. We got the tops of flowers. We got the tops of flowers. I think this is the top of the puzzle. What did I do? No. Okay.
Okay. I think this goes on the edge. And then
No. Those 3 definitely go together. But I don't think these.
do those go on the bottom?
I don't think that goes together.
Definitely not. No, wait.
Wait, no. I think
This-
those 3 go together. No. I'm pretty sure those 3 go together. I think this might be the middle now. And those 2 definitely. Okay, now I think these. No?
No.
To me, that looks complete right there.
Do you see it like how the top of that is?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think actually those don't line up. I
Yep.
think that's on the edge.
Okay. You could be.
I got it.
Okay. All right.
It was unnecessary.
That's why you don't spend actions to do that trash.
Mm-hmm.
The vines disappear on the floor. He coughs and attempts to catch his breath. We're getting the turquoise eagle. The vines, he sputters out. They came out of nowhere. They dragged me into the house. I saw the vines starting to creep out of the ground to grab the figurine, so I grabbed this one. He hands you a figure. Yeah. All right, so we've got 4 statues now. You found all of them. Please hurry and bring them back here so we can stop this madness. Okay, so I'm done. So, run for it.
Are we going back here?
Yep.
Okay.
So, probably through here is probably your fastest. So you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You just move.
Oh.
You're technically moving 6. 1. Where was the door? 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Because you're moving twice all 3 actions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Investigator's done. Mythos phase. Fire spreads out of control. Fire is extinguished. The shadows that cling to the ground here owe nothing to the clouds above. Place darkness in each space in the bedroom 2.
Is that here?
Okay, bedroom 2. Also, the overgrown path.
Here.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is dark? Oh, in that one too.
Place darkness in each space in the bedroom 2 and the overgrown path. Then each investigator in bedroom 2 or the overgrown path faces 2 face down horror, and so that will just be me. Willpower negates 2. Oh, so I take 2 face down horror because I'm so scared of the dark, which I guess I would be in this situation. All right, so I did read they are face down. Okay. All right, we need a strange call echoes through the remains of the manor, spawn a hunting horror. So that is here. Great. In between.
At least you have a weapon now, I guess.
Yeah.
Brand.
The hunting horror moves 3 spaces, so looky 2 to there, and it attacks me. The beast stalks into the shadows and circles around to attack. Suffer 2 face down damage. Observation negates 4 observation. Okay.
Any clues?
Suffer 2. I don't have any clues. I got 1 success, so I take 1. What is suffer 2? So I take 1 face down damage. Okay. If you suffer 1 or more damage, you're caught by surprise and staggered, become stunned. Okay, I think that means 1 less movement. Great, that's all I needed. You cannot perform more than 1 single action, so I couldn't move like.
Isn't it removed by the end?
Yeah. Okay. So we always forget. I'll just keep it out front so I remember. Okay. All right, horror check, which we're skipping. All right, so.
You have to.
Oh.
It's the mythos phase.
Okay, okay. All right, so let's see then if I can take out this serpent then. It does have 6 health. We're going to attack it with my bladed weapon. So, I cannot perform more than 1 single action, so I cannot attack it more than once.
But it's doing 4 damage, so.
4 damage. Okay, we'll see. Agility 2. I've got 3 agility. Cursing yourself as a lunatic idiot. You rush toward the monster, then at the last moment drop into a slide. Why did I have to be so fancy?
Because obviously.
So let's see. If you pass, it won't matter, I guess, because I can't change the effects. Oh, I'm not outside. Okay. Please, please. No success at all. Okay, well, because I had 1 hour or 1 magnifying glass. If you fail, you're not fast enough. The creature dances away, leaving to scramble to safety. Okay. So. Oh. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to cast the spell. I'm going to summon you towards me.
So I can kill it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I summoned you. It says move a monster or investigator to your space. Flip this card. Let's see what happens. Perhaps not all things you were meant to be controlled. Book 2. So a lore of 3 for me. So I got to pass with 2. I do not pass. If you fail, your suspicions are confirmed when your magic pulls something random out of the ether. Place overgrowth in your space. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Discard this and get another summoning spell. Okay, that was 1 action. I think I'll just forfeit. Well,
Can you?
I can do this. Yeah, I can. I just need to succeed. Test with a bladed weapon. Just take an action and discard it. I'll just use my last one. Yeah. All right, you're up.
Me turn.
You've got a couple clues, so I don't know if that was sensible or not, but otherwise the monster's just going to follow us and...
Yeah. So I'm using a spell. You speak
You're
the
going to
words...
spell it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
You speak the words that you hope will banish the creature to wherever hell it came from.
It's language.
Ew. Oh. Only a lure of 2. I guess I'm not the most spellcaster. I only needed 1. If you pass, the creature is engulfed in green light, and though it remains in place, it seems lessened somewhat. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage.
So 5. Problem is with casting a spell, there's always possible something bad can happen. You have to flip that over.
Hear laughter and gradually realize it's your own. Suffer 2 horror. Then the monster suffers 2 additional damage.
Okay.
So instead,
And then you get a new.
discard and get a new.
Okay. So you need 2.
Face
It'll
up.
be face up this time, yes. Okay. Did you lose 1 clue?
Yeah. I become restrained.
Okay. You cannot move voluntarily.
Okay.
Okay, my turn is done, so I'm not stunned. You technically had... Is that your only action?
That was my only action.
So now you can't move.
Great.
Because you took
Well, at least it's going to be gone, like, right now. Because it's the end of the turn.
that. Yeah. But the problem is we didn't make any progress towards that. Yeah, you're just going to have to forfeit your next 2. Was the darkness supposed to do something besides
Be spooky.
be spooky? Did we?
I don't know.
We might have.
I think it's, you can't use,
Yes, you can't spin clues.
oh,
But you have a light source.
I do.
You have a torch.
So I guess
I have the pith helmet. It has a picture of a torch in it.
I think it was you couldn't use ranged
Yeah,
weapons.
you can't convert dice
Oh,
or perform additional puzzle steps.
okay.
Investigators in a space containing a light source or fire adjacent to a space containing a light source or fire. So
We're good.
I guess mine would have. Yeah. Okay. From every corner of the air comes a horrible bubble pounding sound. This mythos in an outdoor space. No effect. I feel strange, she whispers with a hiss in her words. What is happening? She looks from her books. It's the blue lady here. Her pupils, nothing more than thin black slits against her eerie green. What could be possibly happening? No immediate effect. Well, okay. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's all my turn. Yours your turn.
Yeah. Don't they all turn into snakes and we have to kill them?
I think so. Well, I think what happened is we were trying to do these and we couldn't. There's some weird puzzle we had to do, if I remember. All right. The fierce wind blows, hurling debris. The missile affects the investigator outdoor at the highest strength. I've got 4.
4.
Okay.
I can take it.
Yeah. Okay.
The wind bursts down on you, hurling leaves, small objects, and even stones at you.
I ran through a bladed. With my bladed weapon, I got rid of that overgrowth for you.
You need a strength of 3.
Okay, you won't pass no matter what because you got only 1 hour or magnifying glass.
Yeah, it won't matter. If you fail, you're blown and buffeted to the ground, suffer 3 damage,
Yeesh.
and move 1 space away from the ballroom.
Well, okay.
Thanks.
All right, 3.
3 face up.
No. Or no, yeah, that's if you pass, you still had to. If you fail, suffer 3 damage, yeah. So they'll be face ups. Just when things were going so well.
So I have to drop items.
What does it say?
It says if you ever have more than 2 items, drop all but 2. So I guess I have to get rid of those.
A spell is not an item, I don't think.
Well, good thing that neither of those are spells.
What I'm saying is drop all but
so
two, so you could keep one of them. Yeah. Okay, next one, damage.
Nothing. Okay.
Oh. Have I defeated any monsters, or did you defeat them?
You defeated one.
Okay, I was supposed to get a clue when I defeat a monster. That's my main. That could have saved me something, maybe. Okay. Alright, so now this is here, which we probably won't need. Okay, so it's our turn. I think now we can interact. The statue towers over the garden. An investigator holding a relic must be in this space in order to place. Okay, we both. So I will place a figurine. I will go ahead and do the turquoise eagle. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. You got so one action was to go there. Was it an action to do that?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it was. Okay, so second action is place a figurine. The turquoise eagle. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Did we have something that was supposed to tell us?
I don't think we ever got anything for that.
Because
I
we
think it
have.
might be what order you got it in.
Oh, if that's the case, we're screwed. I remember. Okay, I'm put in the first spot. You place the figurine, but something repels that this is not the correct spot. All right, I think this is where we got screwed before. Okay, I moved. Second action, so third action. So the best we can do is take the same figurine,
Try it in
a different spot. Turquoise eagle in spot 2. Okay, so it's not going to go in either first 2 slots. So let's put them all together.
I think
in a row.
I think I got my citrine snake first.
Okay, so we know that that's not in the first 2 slots. Okay, your try.
Citrine snake. Try it in the first. Oh, I guess
Okay.
it doesn't matter then.
So it's not in the first slot either. Okay, see if it's in the second slot. See, I don't know. Some of these we get no clues of what you're supposed to do.
No.
So it's not in the second slot. So those 2 are either in the third and fourth slot.
So
Okay.
get one more.
One more try. So try it in the third slot.
This is the correct spot.
Okay, so it's
So
the third spot. Okay.
and then okay.
All right. So end our phase. I remember we ran out of time, and I think we got beat by a bunch of.
Light fades from around you, leaving everything, even inches from your face, obscured. Place darkness in each space in the garden path. Whatever that is.
This is where we're at, of course. It knows we're here now. Okay, so we're not doing dice rolls, so that's the only thing it affected, correct?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Stumbling to where you know there was a light, your hand can feel the heat coming from it. Though your eyes cannot detect the slightest illumination, suffer 3 face down in order. So we both do this.
I would assume so.
Yes. So we're both in that space.
Okay. Willpower +1, so I roll all 5.
I'll do 2.
It says we can't. We're in darkness. Oh, you have a light source.
But it says it doesn't matter. Because,
Where did it say?
right there.
So, stumbling to where you know there was a light, your hand can feel the heat coming as though your eye cannot. It doesn't say anything about ignore darkness. You have a light source, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, so I have 2. Now technically I have this, but because it says Pith Helmet change magnifiers 2 successes, but darkness I think said don't spend clues.
Yes.
Okay, so cannot spend clues.
So I guess I'm.
Okay, so I would still say I could succeed at that. All right, so neither of us take any. Okay. All right, so this one's the correct spot. Let's try this one. It's got to be the 4th slot.
Yes.
Okay, so action 1. Let's make sure I'm getting the right turquoise eagle in the 4th. Oh, it doesn't even let us put it.
Oh, this is yes.
Okay, has to be.
So you don't know those now.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 more.
So, I guess technically that was mine. This one's mine. The jade crocodile. For action 2, it's either the 1st or 2nd.
It is.
Okay.
It's in the 1st.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead and take yours then.
Didn't you have one more?
Yeah, it's your figurine though. You.
In this 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the only option.
Okay.
The figurine glows softly before you. The expedition team stumbles into the garden, showing looks of gratitude and already looking healthier.
What's going on?
Investigation is complete.
Woo! What's going on?
Woo.
She's got to stumble.
Oh. Okay. Runs through the river.
All right. I think what happened before is they all turned into serpents and beat the crap out of us. If I remember before,
took too long to...
because we couldn't. We didn't have enough time. We were already pretty beat down by the time we got there.
That went very smoothly.
Yeah, it was one of the. This was a difficulty
monsters?
3 out of 5 on the app,
Still
but
medium,
we came out of that pretty.
unscathed.
Yeah, we only had 2 or 3 monsters spawn.
Although you did have lots of trouble with them.
I had a little bit of trouble with them, but yeah, that one was
pretty good.
one of our smoothest playthroughs we've had, as far as we didn't have to worry too much about what was going on because there wasn't much to worry about, so forth. So
it was good.
So yeah, very good game. The app and everything is very well put together. All right, so that's the end. This is a 3-part one, so we could play the next one soon and go back and play continue with that. But it's been a while since we played this one, and it's always a good one to do. Love the app, love the atmosphere that it creates, and everything like that. So, all right.
Sometimes I can't read.
Yeah, even though you have a hard time reading words. Well, we appreciate you watching that. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's one of our favorites, even though we have Betrayal and some others.
Also very
yeah, even though this one can take a while. This one was relatively short, and we had pretty smooth gameplay on this one as we went through. So appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.